What's the single most important piece of technology you need for your garden? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you have a wildlife camera shaped hole in your life. You may not even know it, but I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you need to have one in your garden. Hello, welcome to Hedgehogs Hollow. My name is Mike and Hedgehogs Hollow is the land here at the bottom of my garden. Now, we've had a number of really cold days which have included some sleet and snow. Today is particularly windy and rainy and it's likely to start raining at any time soon. But despite all of the weather conditions, Walter, our resident hedgehog, has continued to be active during all of that time. Now, if like me, you are passionate about hedgehogs and attracting them and entertaining them and caring for them in your garden, then this is the channel for you. And if you haven't yet done so, why don't you consider subscribing? Click that subscribe button below and hit the notification bell icon, and that will also update you every time I upload a new video, which is every Thursday. And don't forget, we also have monthly live streams. So over the last few weeks and months, I've taken you on the journey and told the story of Stan and Ollie, and more latterly of Walter, the hedgehog's resident here at Hedgehogs Hollow. And none of that would have been possible without the use of my 3 wildlife cameras. Now, you may not have a YouTube channel or have any of that kind of need for the footage, but I'm going to give you 3 very good reasons why, despite that, you should have a wildlife camera in your garden. Now, I'm not going to recommend any particular make or model or particular brand. If you want to know more about those types of things, I've got some other videos I've already uploaded to the channel, and the links to those are going to be in the video description below. But rather, I'm going to explore the 3 reasons that are compelling as to why you should have one in your garden for recording wildlife, not just hedgehogs, but all kinds of wildlife that are very likely resident in your garden. And the first reason, very important reason, is keeping your distance. The key for me when it comes to having the hedgehogs in my garden is to remember at all times that they are wild animals, that they have chosen my garden to make their homes in, and it is not for me to intervene or get involved. That is why I minimize my contact with them at all times. That's where having a wildlife camera gives me the unique view of their life from just 2 feet away, while being completely distant. And it's this ability that allowed me to have a special insight into the lives of the 2 hoglets born in the garden. To watch the very first appearance of the smallest hoglet, who seemed to accidentally leave the house before very quickly making its way back into the safety of the hedgehog house. Or the first time their mum brought them out of the house with her to explore and promptly forgot about one of them when she returned to the hedgehog house. Perhaps it's watching the interaction of mum and children as they harassed her to feed them while she herself was trying to get some food. It's what allowed me to see Walter's condition and get him admitted to the rescue quickly, a condition which may have caused him very serious illness or even death if it had not been treated. Now, over the last 2 going on nearly 3 years of recording wildlife activity in my garden, I've not only recorded just hedgehogs, I've also recorded all kinds of other wildlife. And that brings us to reason number 2, and that is seeing in the dark. Of course, I know that hedgehogs are nocturnal, so this point may seem obvious from the outset. but it's watching the different types of interactions that they are having in the darkness that is such a privilege and pleasure. Like watching one of the hoglets, now much larger and all grown up, meeting one of our cats for the very first time. Or capturing the other nighttime visitors we have that are just fleeting but still unseen at other times of the day. Perhaps the biggest surprise for my garden is the fact that I have nighttime visits from a fox that I wasn't even aware of and would never have known about had it not been for capturing it on the wildlife camera. More spectacular is discovering that the fox clears a 6-foot wooden perimeter fence to gain access and to leave the garden once more. I also recorded the fox attacking one of the hedgehog houses and watched a David Attenborough type moment of suspense as nature's creatures and their activity played out before my eyes. All of this does come with a health warning. Be very careful. The first step of purchasing your first wildlife camera is very likely to be the first step to purchasing your second wildlife camera. And that brings us to reason number 3. All of this wildlife recording on a camera is incredibly addictive, and it is just so much fun. It is amazingly rewarding to see how nature moves in and occupies the spaces that you provide for it. It's rewarding when you see hoglets born in a hedgehog house that you provided, playing and roughhousing in the garden. It's hysterically funny to see a hedgehog lost in a scratch that it completely rolls over itself. It's slightly scary to watch one hog roll another one around your raised flower beds. But it's not just the nocturnal visitors that the camera captures. It's very satisfying to be able to record the birds up close enjoying the food and feeders that I've provided for them, and to hear their chattering as they do so. Sometimes it's combining ornithology and hedgehog watching and capturing a robin playing in the area outside of Walter's hedgehog house. Now, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Having a wildlife camera is immense fun and it's incredibly addictive. And I'd like for you to share in that enjoyment as well, and for you to get a wildlife camera. In fact, I've got 2 more videos here that will help you out and tell you all about the camera that I have, as well as looking at some of the features that you should look at if you're getting a camera. If you've enjoyed this video, then do please give it a like, and if you've not yet done so, do subscribe to the channel and remember to hit that notification bell. Until next time, from myself, Mike, and a very windy Hedgehog's Hollow, take care. Bye bye.